I've been there. I know how it feels. I know all the excuses that your mind is going to tell you. I know all the things that your body is going to tell you. But it's the mind that we have to train. And you have to train it with love and compassion. If you don't do that, the mind and the body will say, like, okay, I'm out of here. Bye.
Take the time to remind yourself that it all starts inside yourself.
Wake up feeling stuck every day, then you gotta realize that it's all in your mindset. Read about that meditation, you go get around to it, you just haven't had the time. Yeah, I bet. Best thing that you could invest in is you could have the results or could have the excuse. Only one life, so take care of what you choose. And I ain't preaching, I'm just telling you the truth. Wake up.
Hello and welcome to Bombastik Broadcasting with Kath, Kim, and Sue.
As you know, here at Bombastik Broadcasting, we believe in shining the light on all things bombastic and illuminating the folks who are stoking the fire in their souls, one podcast at a time. So today we're going to continue our showcase of the amazing coaches that are going to be at this awesome event coming up shortly, August 8th. It's the Global Conscious Parenting Summit. First one of its kind that I know of, and I am so excited to meet all these coaches, as I'm sure you've hopefully been following as well. So sign up, get registered, be there. Parent or no parent, you're going to get something and a lot from it. So here we are with another one of the coaches that'll be there, and her name, welcome, is Viridiana Ibarra, and she is a clinical psychologist, a conscious parent and life coach, a movement expert, yoga instructor, and triathlete. Her business is Synergy Conscious Coaching. Very cool name. And her vibe is reconnecting mind and body through intentional presence. Something I feel like we all could use. So thank you for doing your thing, and thank you for being here with us. Can't wait to meet you.
Thank you, Kat. I'm so excited to be here and so happy to share. So thank you for inviting me.
Great stuff. Viridiana, I wanted to ask you, how did you get started? What made you become a conscious parenting coach?
So after the pandemic, I'm a psychologist and I had a kindergarten for 18 years. So after the pandemic, when the pandemic started, we needed to shut it down. We needed to finish. So I was here home. I'm a mom. I had 3 kids and a husband. So we were all here. And I just feel that I was needing something else for myself. And then I already knew Dr. Shefali. I already knew her work. But when she started doing her viral wisdoms every day in the pandemic, in one of that viral wisdoms, she said that she was going to open her doors to the Institute to become a conscious coach. So when she said that, I said, okay, this is for me. I need to do this. And even though I was without work, my husband just changed careers. So we were not in the best position to start doing that or to pay for the Institute. But I did find a way, because I think that when you want something and when you really feel it, and that's what happened to me. When she said it, I really felt it in my body, and that's part of what I do for work. So that for me was, okay, this is the thing. This is what I need to do. What do you need? So I look for the resources, for the money. I ask for money. I ask for a loan. And then I started doing the Institute. And that has been a life-changing for me. And now I'm a coach. Yes, I am a psychologist, but I do both things with my clients. And I'm part of Dr. Shefali's Institute. I'm one of her advisors. So being part of her team and being part of the Institute and watching people going through the Institute as I did, and seeing them having this evolution and changing their life is the best job you can ever have. And after that, after going through the Institute, I started doing mic practice, and I was already a yoga teacher. I was already a triathlete. But I think that connection that I did in the Institute to myself and to my body give this change to my practice as a professional and as an athlete too. So that's how I started.
I want to say what a great example, Viridiana, of listening to that call to action. First of all, for anyone who's listening, whatever their call to action is, it's not that it's necessarily this, but that you listen to that call to action and you bypassed all the excuses like don't have the money, not the right time, because it never is and you never do. Right? And you didn't ask, can I? You knew it had to be, how will I do this? So I love that example. And then can you tell us also, so all those things that you've gathered through your life, the psychology, the athleticism, nothing's ever wasted, right, on this journey? So you use all of those things. Can you talk a little bit about how you work that in your practice, how that happens for you?
So that's a beautiful question, because before I thought that we have all these isolated things in life, right? Like I'm like this, I'm a mother, but we really need to integrate everything. And when we integrate, then we become. And that's what happened to me. So I integrated all my parts. I integrated all the things that I am, and being a mom, being an athlete, being a psychologist, being a wife. I put it all together, and from there I create another thing, and I create my practice. So I work for home. I don't need to go outside. I'm here for my kids, even though my kids are older. I have 3 kids, 2018 and 13, but they need you as a parent, even though they are older. Just being here, knowing that you are here, that you are not leaving the house. And I know I am privileged that I can do that, and I can be home and I can work from home. But giving that space for them and just being here and being my own self and really enjoying what I'd like to do. For me, is not work. It sounds sometimes like, oh yeah, okay, come on, but it really doesn't. It doesn't. It's not. I don't feel like this is a work. This is part of my life, being in service to others, to do the coaching and integrating the part of the being an athlete and being a coach. That's part of my that's part of my some of my services that I do, and the work that I do with my clients. We integrate the body and the mind through gentle movement, through presence. I have a workshop too, so I give this workshop for people that want to connect their mind and their body through presence and through movement, and we do it with conscious movement. So integrating all these parts for me as being one person has given me the ability to share with others. And I will never think about this, right? Because you think that you have to have another kind of job. But when I really found myself, I could integrate all the parts, I became this person.
That's
It's
fantastic.
amazing.
Fantastic. And Viridiana, can you tell us a little? Sorry, I'm butchering your name. I know it. Sorry. Can you tell us a little bit about like how physical exercise helps us with our nervous systems and our emotional and mental balance?
Yes, yes. So before I start doing all this work, I already was an athlete. I run. I first started as a runner, and then 7 years ago I started as a triathlete. But I
that's
realized
amazing.
It is.
That is amazing.
We're just going to take a second to say well done. That's fantastic.
Yes, absolutely.
thank you,
Is
thank
that
you.
then swimming and cycling?
Yes,
Is
yes,
that running, swimming, cycling?
yes.
Okay.
You first swim, then you do the cycling, and then you run. And I have to say it because I'm very proud. Last year
Yes.
I finished an Ironman.
Oh,
So
Wow.
I'm also
wow.
Fantastic. That is incredible.
You do something After you do something like that, you feel like you could do anything. I mean, you're like a real life Wonder Woman.
Yeah. Well, the line for the Ironman is everything is possible.
Oh, that is
So
nice.
really everything is possible in life. After doing that and after going through the process of the training and getting to the finish line in the Ironman, it's really, yes, an accomplishment, but it's really, that everything is possible. Everything.
Beautiful.
You just need to be
100%.
consistent. You just need to have also the spirit of doing it. And as I say at the beginning, you need to feel it. And feeling that in the body was the way that I started doing that, coming back to your question, Sue, of how do movement and exercise you can integrate with the mind and the body. So I started as a runner, and every time I run, after the running, I just felt like you can do everything. I'm so powerful. I'm amazing. But because I was not connecting all the parts, I was just like, oh, this is just the way I feel, but I couldn't integrate it. It was not integrated in my mind and in my body. So, can you hear that? I'm so sorry.
Yes.
What is this ice cream truck? You're making me hungry.
I'm sorry.
That works.
So after that, I always say there's something else, and I couldn't figure it out. What was that? Of course, you feel the endorphins and you feel the rush of the energy, but I felt that it was something else coming into the emotional part that I couldn't figure it out. So, but I do feel and understand that every time I run, even when I do the triathlon, but every time I run, I go into like a meditative state. My mind goes into that space, and then I started doing the certification to become a yoga teacher, and then that was the moment that I can put them together.
Okay.
And I remember my yoga teacher said, like, oh, you need to stop running. You are, that is not good for your body. You need to be, like present. And at the beginning, I was like, why is she telling me that? I enjoy doing the running, but I enjoy coming to the yoga classes. And then I say, can I integrate both? So then I integrate that part of the physical part of the running, of the explosion, of the feeling of the body. And then I integrate the mind part, the emotional part, the being with intention. So I started every time that I do exercise, I do have an intention. What is my intention for this movement today? What does my body needs? Do I need just to go for a walk? Do I just need to stretch? What does my body need? And emotionally, where am I today? Because as women, the hormones are like this and life is like this, right? So we
Right.
don't pay attention to that part. We want to keep going because we are supposed to be doing everything. And sometimes as mothers, also culture say to us that you have to do everything and you have to be there for everyone, physically and emotionally. So when you are really in yourself and you have the intention and you give that space to yourself, then you can start connecting to your body and the body will start talking back to you. For example, for me today, I have an exercise today, but I was like, okay, I'm going to do the podcast and then I'm going to exercise. And I was feeling like, oh, I don't know. And then I say, I'm training for a marathon. So I say, okay, can you just walk today? You don't need to do the training as you have it in paper. Can you do it and you walk? And let's see how you feel. And if you feel like, do you want to run a little bit, you can do it. But having that internal and talk with myself and with my body, giving that space and say, that's okay. I hear you. If you feel like that today, that's okay. I'm not going to push you. And also, you need to be aware that if you are going through something emotional, because if you're going through something emotional, the body cannot handle both things.
You bring up such good points, and I love what you're saying. Where I always get caught up is the structure of like keeping up with the exercise, keeping up with because sometimes you wake up and if you exercise first, you feel better for your whole day. But then I've had it happen too, where sometimes I wake up, exercise first, and I'm like depleted. So I guess, how do you really know if you're listening to yourself or if you're listening to the excuse not to exercise?
Exactly. Yes, yes.
Is that something for people?
Yes, because that can happen too. Like, oh, I'm listening to the body, but then you are listening to the excuse of, yeah, but you feel like this, you didn't sleep well. So then what I do is I really sit. I sit and I give myself 2 to 3 minutes in silence. I put my hand in my heart and I say, okay, give me all the excuses. And I listen to the excuses. And then I listen to the body. I do kind of a scan in the body, like, okay, how is the head? Is it hurting? How, you do like a scan in the body, but then I listen all the excuses. And then I
That's
say, oh,
fantastic.
That's
okay,
helpful.
And then you say,
all the excuses, but I know, okay, but now I'm listening to the body. And then, okay, go for a walk. Do it in your house. That's what I teach in my workshop. You can do it in your house. You don't need to go outside. You don't need to go to a gym. You don't need to have a coach to help you at the gym. You can do it in
No.
your house. So that gives also the nervous system like you can breathe. It's okay, right?
Yeah.
And that process of slowing down, then the body will say, okay, we are slowing down. I'm liking this. You are not pushing me.
I love
Yeah.
that because, we just, sort of the Western world, we're just taught like no pain, no gain, and even if you're a triathlete, it's all those things, go, 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 keep going. And, I've really tried lately to start listening to my body better, but it's really hard to flip that around. Not that I'm saying, that I'm not going to keep doing it, but it's just always like, you're always kind of butting against that mentality.
Yes, and it's a practice, Kim. It's a practice. You do it one day and you do it amazing, so check. And then the next day, all the things come and all the excuses come, and then you don't do anything, and you're like, see, I'm not good at this. I'm doing this to myself. See, I'm going to leave it. No. Can you just
I'm just like
observe,
that voice.
right? Can you observe also
Yeah.
that what you're thinking? I say, that's okay. That's okay. I can have compassion for myself. I didn't do it today, but tomorrow we'll see. And then the next day, you start like that. You sit with yourself, you put your hand in your body, in your heart, and you say, okay, give me the excuses. Oh, I know all the excuses. Okay, now, how do I feel? How do I feel? And do something that brings you joy. You don't need to run. You don't need to be a triathlete. What do you like for movement? It's not exercise, it's movement.
That's what I love about dancing, because I don't think I could excuse myself out of, like you're saying, like listen to the excuses. No matter what it is, I mean, do you really have an excuse not dance around your kitchen? Do you really? Like,
Good point, Kat.
And
Good point.
that will be your movement, but you have to put the intention. So
Right.
you say to yourself, okay, I'm going to put some music, I'm in the kitchen, I'm doing something, but I will dance, and this will be my movement for today. So then you are
Okay.
giving that opportunity to the mind to say, oh, see, she's accomplishing. Check.
Viridiana, you are brilliant.
And you'll probably feel better and be more fit than when you force yourself to do a HIIT workout and then you feel like you have the flu for 2 days. right? Because like your cortisol is all over the place, and your everything is out of whack because you're pushing against yourself. It
Exactly. So
it's
when
beautiful
you,
what you're saying, and for the kids to hear that too, because there's a lot of athlete kids that are growing up. My daughter's an athlete; she's 18, but they push themselves, and they're in that zone where they can. But still, some
yes,
days I'm like, whoa, like don't put so much pressure on yourself. It's hard to watch from the outside sometimes.
yes, yes. And it's beautiful what you're saying, because when we push and when we push the body, then the cortisol levels go high. And if the cortisol is very high for a long time, then then the immune system goes down,
That makes sense.
right? So
Yeah,
you
that's
can have a
true.
little bit of cortisol or stress, maybe in the day of the competition. Of course, the cortisol is going to go high, but it's just a little time, maybe just for the day, for some hours, and then it goes down. But if you have it for 3 months, high, 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 or 6 months, what will happen to the immune system? It will break down. You will get
Tank.
sick. You will get very tired. Your body would not recover. So we also need to give that space for the body to recover.
Yeah.
And you have to, if you are an athlete, as you were saying, for young athletes, you need to allow your body to recover. Of course, they recover differently than us. I'm 50, so
Mm-hmm.
that it's very different.
It's all
And
different. Yes.
but you really need to also give your body what the body needs. Are you hydrating yourself? Are you eating what you're supposed to be eating? Are you sleeping?
The things we take for granted at
Yes,
the sleep always blows my mind. Yeah, that we actually have to sleep. That's
yes.
that's
And
the thing.
we
Like,
So much more taken care of. Yeah.
it
Oh my
looks
gosh.
like a lot to take care of. Like, oh my God, that's a lot.
No.
Sleeping, hydrating, doing the
Mm.
thing, thinking, da da da. It looks like a lot, but really, if you feel that you are not taking anything, but you are giving,
Mm-hmm.
and you know how to receive, and you allow your body to receive, the body will give you infinite energy, infinite joy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love what you're saying. That's so great. Oh, I just want to suck it in for a minute. I'm sure then it just gets easier and easier, right? Because then your body's immediately telling you and you're immediately listening, right? So it's just the learning curve on trying to hear.
Yes,
Isn't that
exactly.
everything?
Yes, and
Trying
that's a
to
practice. See, that's a practice. And you need to cut yourself in that practice. Like you were saying, oh, I didn't do it. That's okay. That's okay. And then you give that to your body and you say, that's okay. Don't worry. We will try again tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then you try.
well, then even if you dance in your living room for 3 minutes, then
Yeah.
you're like, oh, hey, I did do it,
yeah.
You can do
Yes.
one song until
That's
you have the
really
whole set list. Just start off one song today. In 3 months' time, you got the set list.
that's right. That's right.
Yes. I had this line that is it's called just 5 minutes.
Just 5 minutes.
Yes.
Just 5 minutes. Really, we don't need more. Can't you just be just 5 minutes doing something for yourself?
Yes.
And it
Yes.
can be as easy as if you have stairs in your house with the intention. Can you just say, okay, this is going to be my exercise and my movement for today? And go up and down your stairs 1 or 2 times, and that's it. But
Yes.
really,
Mm-hmm.
with the
Mm-hmm.
intention of this is my movement. And observe, how am I feeling now? I do the up and down. And when you finish, how do I feel? Do I feel more energy? How do I feel my legs? Anything hurts? How do I feel? Before and after. So when you start doing that, and it's really just 5 minutes, then the body will start telling you, okay, can you give me more? I can
Mm-hmm.
go maybe for 6. I can go maybe for
Yes.
2 songs instead of one. So you need to start very, very little. People want to start big
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
when they say, like, okay, and usually it's at the beginning of the year, right? Like, I'm going to the
Yes.
gym, I'm going with the coach, I'm going every day, and I will be there for an hour. And you're like, what? You,
Every day.
you have a life, right? Before that, you had a life.
That's it
You
too.
want to
Yeah.
put that into your own agenda, and then the third day you are like, okay, I'm sore, I cannot move, I cannot do this, so okay, sorry, I'm not going again.
Ever.
Ever. Ever.
That's not funny because we've heard those words so many times and they totally make sense. But now that you say it, it's like, what?
Pack a punch, even coming from an Ironman triathlete. When anybody says you can listen to your body, you can take it slow, it's okay. Like, you're like, oh, I guess so. But when you hear it from an Ironman,
You're like, yeah, right.
wow, I guess
Right.
it does make sense and it does work that way.
You have to build little by little to the body.
Yeah.
I've been doing exercise for almost 20 years, and I'm 50.
Yeah.
And just last year, I did my first and ever, that I will say I will never do another Ironman. But,
But you did one.
but I did it, right? I did it. I would still do some half Ironman, but not the full. But that was something for me that I not as a need, but I really needed to experience myself. What happened to my body? What happened to my mind? In all these hours of being there. So how will I manage? How will I? That was my training. That's why I did the Ironman, to prove myself and to really embody. And then I can teach others. You can do it. I've been there. I know how it feels. I know all the excuses that your mind is going to tell you. I know all the things that your body is going to tell you. But it's the mind that we have to train. And you have to train it with love and compassion.
Oh.
If you don't do that, the mind and the body will say, like, okay, I'm out of here. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not nice.
I'm done. Okay, I'm done.
Well,
You don't want any
Viridiana-
parts of you to say I'm done in your 50s or ever, you know. But
Viridiana, you've given us so many great, useful applications for the listeners. Thank you so much for that. It's
Thank
very
you.
exciting that you're out there giving this unique brand of the exercise and coaching that no one can do it like you, right? And we can say that for so many people. So for whoever is connecting with you right now and what you're saying, it's very cool that you're out here, that people can connect with you and learn more and get some training. You need training for everything, right? Not just an
Yes.
Ironman. So
100%.
you're there for them. So thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you so much. It was so fun. And I'm so grateful to be here. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Here at Bombastik Broadcasting, we like to say a rising tide lifts all boats. So tell us a little bit about your website and what things you do offer.
Yes, thank you so much for that, Kim. Yes, my website is viridianaibarra.com. It's my name. And you can find there the coaching sessions for individual sessions, or you can find also my workshop that it's called Just 5 Minutes. And you can join there.
Yes, it is.
And I will be happy to be along with you in your path of connecting back into your mind and your body, but with presence and with love and compassion. So thank you so much for that.
Oh,
Fantastic.
that is beautiful.
Fantastic.
Well, you have it here. And Kim, what's the registration site they can go to? Because you got to go to this Global Conscious Parenting, y'all.
ConsciousOnTheGo.com. Register if you'd like to be in the Conscious Parenting Summit on August 8th. ConsciousOnTheGo.com.
Do it.
Okay.
Just 5 minutes. Just be there 5 minutes. If you don't like it, you can go.
Just 5 minutes. There we go.
It's awesome. So until the next time, everyone, it's been our pleasure as always. Be integrated in your becoming. Be present in the listening of your mind and body. And be aware that everything really is possible.
Wake up. Wake up. much more in this world that you can do. Wake up. Every little thing in this life that you're going through don't mean a thing. Wake up. You keep shining. You keep grinding. Wake up. All is aligning. All you gotta do. Wake up. My man Mo said that the reason that the world fucked up is cause everybody lazy. Positivity is corny to them, but they still gon' complain about the bad going on, shit crazy. So I just had to drop a little project. I don't know what the object is, but this feels good. If you too hood for the good vibes, sorry I ain't got nothing for you, why should I?
You shouldn't. We out here doing the things that y'all wouldn't. Life could be a sweet ride, proof is in the pudding. These guys with the weak vibes, I'll show them where to put it. Down bad, I was looking for the answer. Mind all mad, taking over like a cancer. Canceled the sub plans, came from up above. Told me everything we're doing, showing love, and I gotta
wake up. So much more in this world that you can do. Wake up. Every little thing in this life that you're going through don't mean a thing. Wake up. You keep shining. You keep grinding. Wake up. All is aligning. All you gotta do. Wake up.
I've been getting so high, head up in the clouds. I don't ever wanna come down, but I gotta wake up. Ain't enough time to be down. Bust a smile, cause it's yet another day that I'm allowed to wake up. Feeling blessed to be alive, man. Not long till we thriving. Take the time to remind yourself that it all starts inside yourself. Most.
Wake up feeling stuck every day, then you gotta realize that it's all in your mindset. Read about that meditation, you go get around to it, you just haven't had the time yet. Yeah, I bet. Best thing that you could invest in is you. Could have the results or could have the excuse. Only one life, so take care of what you choose. And I ain't preaching, I'm just telling you the truth. Wake up. So much more in this world that you can do. Wake up. Every little thing in this life that you're going through don't mean a thing. Wake up. You keep shining. You keep grinding. Wake up. All is aligning.